Man, it's like good ain't good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes. Doing what I love for life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
Hi everyone and welcome to MattGron's Scaling Up Journey, and this is episode 45. My name is Mattias, aka MattGron, and on the other side we have the one and only Svea Landschoff from Germany, now established in Sweden.
Thank
How are you
you.
doing, Svea?
I'm doing very well. Actually, you know what I just thought about? You just said that, or you say that every time, that aka MattGron, and I was thinking about back in the days, and I was like putting in the hashtags on YouTube, and I misspelled your name, and I said MattGron, the Rockefeller. So there were some funny spelling mistakes. It kind of sounded like a rapper name. So now, behind the scenes, Mattias is actually MattGron, the Rockefeller.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
so that was the side note here.
I leave the tagline for you.
Okay, so this is where entrepreneurship runs smack into reality. Welcome to MattGron's Scaling Up Journey. My name is Svea, and now we're going to start with our Friday episode. Matthias, what do you have for
Friday.
us this week?
The question is what we have. Yeah, it has been an interesting week in many ways. Today I'm actually back from a team activity, a conference. But this week also, it was Thursday, right? It was a Swedish holiday.
Yeah.
So everyone was off that day, and but I think. Let's talk a little bit more about the conference we had this week.
Yeah,
I
sounds
think
good.
it's an important topic. So the day we had together as a team today was focused around our triangle of growth process, TOG process, as we say. And triangle of growth is actually our partnership model. So we have like a three-step partnership level for growth, very, very focused on tech and SaaS companies. And we spoke in the last episode about how our brand promise is happy customers above all else.
Yeah.
And how important it is for us to have happy customers, because they are also our best salespeople, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we also need a very well-functioning, tight process, because it really is tied into that happiness we can create and the value we can create. So we really are working on this process now, and we decided to take like full day to train the team.
Yeah. One question about the triangle here. So is this... I think there are three different levels, right? Like the bottom, the middle, and the top. Are these the different service levels that you offer your clients?
Yeah, like that's basically how we approach it. There is three different service levels. You have support, maintain, and grow. And then depending which service level you have, you unlock different parts of the process. And let's talk a little bit more how this process or this solution actually was born in the beginning. We come from a background, I would say, like a project-driven website agency business. That's our DNA. And when we found HubSpot and we started to focus on HubSpot, it was actually two reasons that led up to that decision. Because one part of it was that we were trying to scale our business, but it was a challenge because it was like more or less like if we were running a like a hi-fi shop and sold
Mhm.
TVs. You know,
Yeah.
every product was actually selling a TV, and then we needed to find another customers and sell another TV, and so we had a huge pain that we wanted to become much more partnership driven. You know, work long term with our customers. So we have a, I would say, classic waterfall or a classic project-driven process where we often start with new customers because they come to us and say, okay, we want our CRM implemented, like we want our HubSpot CRM implemented.
Yeah.
In our business, or we want a new website set up in the HubSpot CMS, and then we have like a sales ready website project we kind of sell, and we use this project, and you have a clear start and stop or a finish line. But be able to become this partnership driven company, we started to create what we call the triangle of growth, and we, like, of course, we during that journey we try to like upgrade and find better ways to deliver value in that process, and also I would say like support is something we kind of have been working and fine-tuning since day one, because it's a legacy solution since back in the days when we were selling WordPress websites, because we had like a support level already then. Maintain level in triangle growth is also something that we over the years has been kind of fine-tuning and working on, but on the top level, you know, the grow solution is where we now do a lot of work to make it really clear both for the team and the customers what we are doing on that level. So
okay, and that's what you're doing today at the conference.
Exactly. So what could I say about that? I have like five different running in my head right now. It's a little bit like what you say, opening up Pandora's box. One challenge we have here is kind of like, from a marketing perspective, B2B marketing has always been very project driven, and our customers today, they come to us and they I would say they want they have a goal to align marketing and sales towards a united goal. Does that make sense? Like they want, because it's so important that, I mean, if you want to unite like sales and marketing and make them kind of become team revenue instead of being separate departments, you can't have the marketing team working on a project, like in a project driven process. Because the sales team, like if I look back on my sales background, a sales team they typically in B2B, they have always been kind of working in an agile manner, you know, with their activities, clear goals, and they're always learning. Okay, and like what I did in this sales meeting, it doesn't work. I need to change it to in the next meeting, and like with the weekly activities, the monthly goals, the quarter budgets. So I think typically sales department, they are in a much more agile process, and when you're putting these two teams together and they should work together, they need to actually work side by side in a much more agile manner. So, and that's one thing that we are working a lot on, like with our process to support our customers in that way when we build websites, implement CRM systems. you need a modern process that works to reduce friction, so you can get that how should I say, like frictionless sales process.
Okay,
Yeah.
I try.
Probably you have a question in there, because I have some other things also that comes up to me when I'm talking about this. And I know we started somewhere what we did today at the conference. And
Exactly.
yeah.
So I kind of wanted to get it to like, okay, that's very interesting, Matt. So how did this conference go? How was that structured, and what did you do there?
On the conference, we were very, very on the maintain level of Triangle Growth, we plan out 3 months together with the customer. And on the growth level, we plan out 6 months. So the maintain, I would say, the maintain process is very much output driven, and the growth process is it's like, outcome. You actually, does it make sense? Like we actually we have goals, like the outcome should be let's say 5 new customers, and it's more output in the maintain process, like we deliver a landing page. Is that what you say, like output, outcome? I think that's what you say.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard. Outcome and output. Which one is? Which one should you use in the right context? But yeah.
Also, I think I saw a picture of you. I would say holding a speech, not holding a speech, but I think you were teaching there. Could that be, or am I wrong? Or did you just say hello, welcome, everyone?
Was it a picture?
Yeah, and in your Slack channel, I moved into your Slack channel now, and I'm up to date with what you guys do. So
I was talking a little bit about the vision, where we are going, and some challenges we face right now, and why we were there today. And I think Eric did the main part of all the teaching, and he was very inspiring, and made it very fun. I mean, the process teaching sometimes could be kind of boring. It is super good work. And so during the AM hours, we were kind of it was a lot of like teaching, and then after noon, it became more practical when we were pairing up in teams, and then everyone got a chance to actually try to plan out 3 months activities on customers.
Okay.
So that's actually one of the challenges we have. We don't plan enough. The plan we have with the customer is very often too short.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of 1 month. It should be 3 months, because we are not really challenging the customers that we need a plan. Yeah. We kind of end up letting the customer tells us what to do. How should I say? We become more problem solvers instead of proactively challenging the customer. And it's so important today, if you want to end up in a partnership and you really create the partner experience for the customers, like, hey, we have iGoMoon here, we hire them, and they help us to become much better.
Yeah.
Then you must challenge the customers. You can't end up just solving their problems.
Yeah, I would also guess
what do you want us to do this month?
Yeah. I would also guess, like, when you want to see some result or implementing new things, I would say 4 weeks necessary enough to see results or to actually get something going. I think that's also maybe a reason why more months are helpful there, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, to solve a support issue, I mean, you like a reactive support issue. You don't need a long-term relationship to actually explain the value of that, because you have a pain, I take it away.
Yeah.
Now it's solved. But I mean, if you come and say, hey, we have a huge challenge here. We have a goal that next year 50% of all the leads that marketing should create for the sales team needs to come through the website. And then we have a challenge for something that we need to actually create long term.
Yeah.
And then it's super important to actually step in there, help customers, tell them about things they don't yet see as their challenges, and actually lead them. You must work side by side and also lead them towards that goal.
Yeah.
And then you need a commitment.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Partnership is all about commitment. So we also practice that actually, because very often, especially in the sales process, we end up a little bit eager and hungry to maybe to close a deal. Like, okay, you want to change the world to a monthly contract, and when you sell a monthly contract and talking about a partnership model, what happened? You don't get the commitment level, and the customers will not achieve the things they want. So
yeah.
You
said that Eric was doing most of the teaching, right? And it was interesting, and he made it interesting. Was there maybe even something you have learned after all, or something else you've learned this week? I'm trying to push this here into our weekly inventory questions right now.
Yeah. The first thing I think about, but it's actually more on the brave side, what I could have done different, if we talk about that question first. Yeah. And that's the reason why we are there in the first place, because I feel we have underinvested a lot in training. We have so many things created on our Google Drive, and documents and stuff people don't use and they don't know about because we don't train them.
Yeah.
And so that's something I learned today, because I saw it in action, how important it is having these training days. And now we also have in the budget, we have 5 training days yearly, but of course it's super important, like the things you do in between the training days. So that's something I learned. That's something I could have done different as the CEO. What I learned, I think it was a good reminder. We haven't, because of COVID season, we haven't been like doing something together for a very long time. So I'm glad that we hired a super huge big bus, so where we could spread out in that bus, and we went to this like conference estate venue, beautiful place outside Stockholm.
I saw a picture. It looked very nice.
Yeah. Torresta Herrgård, as we say in Swedish. So we had a big room there, and it's super important to get everyone on the same page, and
and also we're a couple of new people starting, right? So also to get them involved and refresh someone else.
Yeah, like over the last 12 months during the pandemic, we have had new people joining us, and we haven't really met and done something together in that way. So so that was at least a good reminder, something I learned, like you need that energy to the team spirit to overcome challenges.
Yeah, I think you did the self-inventory there. Sorry, that was a bit unsmooth. I was just trying to get that in here as well, in our Friday episodes. Gotta stay on track.
Yeah, something that we never really talked about. I was sharing about the Pandora's box. I felt you asked about the process and why we went there and what we did, but I feel a topic we could actually talk about it next time, because I think it's a little bit bigger topic, but it's actually how you I would say how you enable customers actually. We were talking a little bit about happy customers in the last episode, and I really think it's worth talking more about, because I mean, the probability to close a deal with an existing customer is like around 60%, and selling to a new customers is about like 20%.
Okay.
So I want to talk a little bit about how you can enable your existing customers to actually get more business and
yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
And build that partnership model.
Yeah, let's do it the next Wednesday episode. That's a nice connection then to the last one where we talked about finding clients. All right.
Yeah.
Then I would say let's start into our weekend. And thank you for this episode. And
thank you.
Get some rest after your Friday. See you on Monday. And thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And I would just punch away a last takeaway, and I would say you need that customer success process that works to reduce friction for your customers. Then you can enable that frictionless sales experience. That's not
frictionless sales experience. That's a mouthful. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Frictionless sales.
Yeah, I know. There was like I thought I had something really, in punchline, a good punchline there, but it ended up becoming a, what do you say, like tongue twister, like